Are you totally different when it comes to sex and copulation? Have you judged yourself out of receiving pleasure? Have you judged yourself into receiving pleasure in certain ways and excluded other ways? Would you like to know more about what else is possible with bodies? Would you like to create confidence in the bedroom and beyond? How has your sex life or lack of it affected other areas of your life? Everyone has the potency to be a sexual superhero. Get ready to listen, sense, and play with the sexualness that is you. Now, here's the host of The Pleasure Zone, pleasure diva and body whisperer, Milica Jelenic.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pleasure Zone. I'm your host, Milica Jelenic, and tonight we have a very fun show all about sexy gifts with pleasurable pricing. So let's talk a little bit about, first, before we jump into the toys and the gifts and the all things yummy, just give you guys a little lowdown about me. Just wanted to let you know that for one thing, we're talking about sexy gifts. I like to think that I, too, am a sexy gift. In fact, you can actually gift me. You can buy gift certificates for the work I do. And what the heck do? I do a lot of different things. So I work on bodies to align spines, which is actually something that I've been doing for years. I have several years of training behind me on that. So I won't kill you. I swear I won't. And you might feel better, in fact. And the work I do is a lot of gentle movement. It's very closely related to somatic body work, if you're familiar with that, which is really body work that works on the nervous system to allow your body to release emotion through movement. The body work I do is similar to that in that I'm working on the skeletal system, the spine, which has all those nerves in the nervous system as part of that, going through that. So, and releasing that to release emotion and release tension in the body. And it's very gentle. And some people will even say, I don't know if you did anything. And I'll be like, yep. And they'll go to move their arm and they're like, wow, my arm can move and it couldn't move before. And I'm like, yep. Because it's so subtle that it's hard to even tell that I actually did anything. It's magic. So if you're looking to gift somebody magic and you happen to be in the Ontario, Canada area, I can do some of that magic in person. If you happen to be elsewhere in the world and would love to fly me around, I would just love that. I would just love to be flown anywhere in the world to go work on your wonderful, beautiful body. So awesome. Choose it if that's exciting to you. And I also do a lot of energy work, different kinds of energy work. So I do something from Access Consciousness called the bars, which is 32 points on the head that allow you to start to have more ease in your body and your life and kind of gets rid of all the places that you had limitations. And you kind of go, wow, who am I now after a session of bars? At least that's how I feel. I also do Reiki, have been doing that for over 20 years. It's actually my 20th anniversary. So this year's been a great year for me. 2017 has been my celebration of 20 years of going public with the work that I do. A lot of the work I do, I have been doing for longer than that. It's just that I chose to go public with it in 2017. So some of the other stuff that I've been doing for longer than that is actually psychic readings. And if you follow me on Facebook or friended me on Facebook, you might have noticed that I've recently been posting things about being a superior asshole. Yeah, I claimed it. I am claiming that I am that. And what does that mean to me? Superior asshole to me means I'm willing to just say whatever's required in that moment, and it's not really my business whether you get offended or not, especially if you're choosing to receive the information from me. And it's knowing that I actually know something, knowing that I'm pretty correct a lot of the times. Yep, that's a pretty superior asshole kind of attitude to have. And I have been doing psychic readings for a long time. So I just thought, what a fun way to play with it. So I've got a year-long program where you can get weekly readings with me for $97 Canadian, which is about 70 US, I think. I checked that out, 70 something US. And it is like weekly for a year. I'm going to have an open group where you can come on live to Facebook if you've paid up, and you will get a chance to ask questions for an hour on live with me. And if you don't make it live, there will be group readings for the entire group. So every week, 1 hour on Facebook Live. Now, if you're not on Facebook Live and on Facebook and you'd still like to be part of it, that's really cool. You can add your energy, and I will send you the videos if you can't make it on to the Facebook or Facebook Live group. So kind of a fun thing. So I have a special for that going on right now till December 5th. Until December 5th, our first call will be December 6th. So until December 5th, it's going to be 97 Canadian. After that, it's 197 Canadian. And for those of you who are on the early bird special, you will be getting the month of December included with that. So it'll be the entire year of 2018 plus December for those of you who sign up before December 5th. So if you're listening to this in the future, far into the future, like past into 2018, you can still join that call with me. You can still join it for 197 Canadian after December 5th, 2017. So I'm really stoked for this. I took a little hiatus of a year off of doing readings for groups monthly and weekly. And this platform for me is way more fun than what I'd been doing previously. So way easier for me as well. I created a lot of work when I was doing it previously. So if you would like to be part of this fun group of people and receive readings with me, I would love to contribute that to you. And also if you would love to gift it, what a sexy gift. You can actually gift me my Insights from a Superior Asshole readings for a year to your lover. How fun would that be? And truly, you can actually gift anything with me. Personal readings, you can gift the readings for a year, the Insights from a Superior Asshole. I've also got classes coming up, like Becoming Fluent in Energy. I have a 3-part class, and I've been invited to do a full day class on that. So there's a lot that I have going on between classes, private sessions, and other work that I do as well that I didn't mention, which is called radionics, using scalar wave technology to heal the body, to assist the healing of the body. So and there's so much more. Honestly, I could go on. I'm one of those people who my whole life I've added to my life. And I really love adding to my life. So it's rare that I'll go, I'm just going to chuck that out, unless that, whatever it is really just not doing anything for me. For the most part, everything that I've chosen has contributed to my life, and I continue to choose it. And it changes and evolves as I do that. So I have really talked a lot about me, which is unusual for me. I sometimes jump right into the topic and don't mention much all about me except for 1 minute of, hi, this is who I am. So now you know a little bit more about me. How lucky are you? So I welcome you to check out my my website, which I will be updating with all the classes and everything coming up. So my website is milicajelenic.com. That's MILICAJELENIC.com. You can find all kinds of stuff on there. You can also find me on the Access Consciousness website, and you can find me on literally every social media platform as well by looking my name up, or you can find at, say, for example, on Instagram, I'm at Magical Milica, and on Facebook, you can find me under Milica Jelenic. Twitter handle is Milica Jelenic. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find me. There are more than one Milica Jelenic in the world. I'm the older, sexier one that's out there. So find me, friend me, follow me, write me letters. I love that. I actually have recently had somebody from Facebook that's been watching my videos who has been writing me personal emails, like found my website, found my email, and started writing me personal emails about gratitude for the posts I've been doing. And I love those. Those are so cool. It's really why I keep choosing to do this program and to do Facebook Lives. Is it's truly like, if I have an inspiration and I feel like I can contribute to your life, that's what I'm choosing it for. So if you do have inspiration and you'd like to write to me, I'm not shy about that. Feel free to write to me if you have questions, comments, or ideas about what you'd like me to talk about on this show. I would love to hear from you. So you can message me through my website. That's one way to do it. You can message me through different social media platforms as well. And if you are listening, I would love for you to go on to Facebook and like the Pleasure Zone that I have. I put all kinds of stuff on the Pleasure Zone, not just about the radio show, but different sex fun things. And tomorrow I'm going to be having a flash sale on the Pleasure Zone for different items that I have in overstock. So I'm excited to have my first flash sale of sex toys on Facebook. How unusual and interesting that will be. So I'm mentioning all of this. Why? Because it's Sexy Gifts with Pleasurable Pricing Night. And so if you are listening now, or if you are listening tomorrow morning and you happen to be on social media and you happen to be checking it out, you might also find it on the Pleasure Zone on Instagram as well. I will probably link those together so you can find them on both of those and let me know if you are interested in any of the items that I have coming up. Some are super naughty, some are super nice. Which reminds me, I have a naughty and nice list as well. Things are so exploding in my universe these days. So if you're interested in any of the classes that I will be teaching in the naughty arena, which will be likely quite R-rated, I'm sure, for couples, for individuals, and some of them will be online that will not be so R-rated but may have R-rated content. If you'd like to be on that naughty list, please private message me through my website or through Milica Jelenic at hotmail.com. Please send me a message and let me know if you'd like to be on my naughty list, and then I can let you know about all of the interesting upcoming hedonist classes. There will be some shows coming up in the next few weeks where I will give you more information about what the hedonist classes are going to be like, what's going to be involved, what you may want to know about that so that you can choose it, so you can be part of that. What another great sexy gift to bring your partner to a hedonist weekend for couples. I'm actually looking at venues and how to create that, some intimate classes for a few couples and then larger classes with more couples. So having venues for those is an interesting feat that I'm going through, to have a space where people will be allowed to have the freedom of nudity if they choose, or whatever comes up, to have that freedom to be the hedonists we are. So looking into all of that, and I'm very excited about those creations. And I've also been asked to create a class for having more self-esteem for women. And one of the people who asked me to do that was also asking for them to be able to have nudity involved. So I'm really creating kind of out of the box, out of any of the away kind of things that are outside of the umbrellas of work I've been working with before. These are not access consciousness classes. These are not mitzvah classes. These are truly my creations. These are not creations affiliated with any of the organizations I work with and have worked with in the past. So just so you know, and I'm putting that disclaimer out there so nobody can yell at Access. This is not their creation. This is mine. And it's mine, and I own it, and it's going to be fun. Hedonist classes for couples and for individuals. So if that's something that you're interested in, what a great and fun, sexy gift you could gift to you and your lover for Christmas, right? So if you are interested, let me know about that, and I will have information up prior to the holidays. So if that's something you'd like to gift, you can absolutely get that in time for the holidays. Likely we'll have the dates and location by then as well. So really I'm on this massive creation campaign right now, not even intentionally, just things are showing up in my world and people are choosing them. So I'm like, all right, I'm running with it. And guys, I'm telling you this because that's part of the pleasure of life, and that's part of the pleasure. And for me, the pleasure zone is all areas of my life, not just sex. So when things are coming with ease and people are requesting things and there's ease for me to create it and choose it and put it out there to the world, to all of you, That for me is pleasure, pleasurific. I'm so excited for all of it. We're actually going to get into the real part of this show after this commercial break because I've gone overboard, my friends. So we're going to head to a commercial break, and I'm going to give you some details on great gift ideas that are sexy and pleasurably priced after this break.
Many of us have created a lot of limitations around sex and what we are willing to choose. What else is possible beyond what we have already seen, heard, or thought of? What if now is the time for a totally different sexual revolution, taking the taboo out of all aspects of sex, sexuality, and copulation by tuning in to the Pleasure Zone radio show with body whisperer Milica Jelenic. You'll receive tools, inspiration, and a foundation to allow yourself to receive more in your sex life and quite possibly other areas of your life as well. Listen for the Pleasure Zone with Milica every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Time on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email becomeahost@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is the Pleasure Zone with body whisperer Milica Jelenic. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. Call 815-880-8255. That's TALK. Or Canada 613-800-8736. Or you can Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email at milicajelenic.com. Now back to the program.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pleasure Zone. I'm your host, Milica Jelenic, and tonight we are talking about sexy gifts with pleasurable pricing. If you missed the first 15 minutes, you might have realized that you missed the first 15 minutes of me talking about great creations that I have going on. And one of my favorites is the hedonist classes for couples and then hedonist classes for singles or people who want to just come independently of their couple. So what's really exciting to me is that what a great gift that can be. So that was actually inspired by somebody asking me to create that. And what I wonder too is how much of a great gift is doing something like that, right? So if it's not my classes, maybe it's one of my friends' classes who are also into pleasure and hedonism and all that fun stuff. Maybe it's something like that. You know, there's been a lot of great shows I've done, and actually the second episode I did on the Pleasure Zone was with the people from onetaste.com and onetaste.us, and they have classes called orgasmic meditation classes. Now, wouldn't that be a sexy gift to give to your lover, to your husband, to the woman in your life, to the man in your life who enjoys stroking women? But the classes are not just about stroking clits. I don't know if you knew that because you might have listened to the show, but it's also learning how to stroke men as well. So you can go there to learn to stroke men, and you can go there to learn to stroke women. It's a really cool practice, and what a cool gift, right? So there's so many gifts out there that are just like really fun. And you know, if you're kind of thinking outside the box, you can give something to a person that's really unusual, outrageous, and probably something that somewhere inside them they're actually really desiring to receive. You know, as I was playing with ideas, you know, I thought, okay, I'm gonna go research sexy gifts, and there's a lot of the usual, right? And I love the usual. The usual is cool too. Some of the usual to me as a sexy gift would be, a fabulous vibrator. And trust me, I can, direct you to some fabulous vibrators on through Pure Romance, who I'm a consultant with Pure Romance, and they sell beautiful sex toys. In the last year, their line of sex toys has changed dramatically, and they have these the textures of them are so lovely. It's like silk and smooth, and they feel almost like skin. I love the new toy line from Pure Romance. So if you're looking for high quality, beautiful toys that are submersible in water that you can also charge with USB charging, and joking but not joking, think about this. You can be driving in your car and you can be, getting your vibrator to be charging. Got a long drive through some, long roads with nothing to do. I say this because I go on a lot of long drives with long roads with nothing to do. But I try and keep my eyes on the road, kids. So don't come after me, police officers. I'm not masturbating with vibrators in my car. But I'm just saying, if you happen to be driving and there isn't a lot of traffic, you can just have that vibrator charging away, ready to rock, ready to roll, getting a little bored of the scenery. Maybe you'd like to vibrate away. Get some good vibes going on. It's good stuff, right? So that's pretty fun. And there are some beautiful vibrators out there. There are ones that you can get that are just clitoral vibrators. There are, and what a really sexy gift to me would be is something that you can also share as a couple, or as a threesome, or as an orgy. Whatever your grouping of people is for you, or if it's just for you, you can buy sexy gifts for you too. I don't know if you knew that, but you are actually allowed to gift you sexy gifts. And I find that certain things, like if you are gifting you a sexy gift like a vibrator, find the textures that work for you, find the vibrations that work for you, the speeds, all of that sort of thing. So having ones with like multiple speeds is great, and having ones with materials that are really enjoyable to you are great. And also to look for ones that give you the kind of orgasm you're looking for. So you can get G-spot orgasm vibrators specifically designed that will hit the G-spot. You can get ones that are dual action vibrators that will be stimulating vaginally as well as clitoral. You can get like triple action ones that will do vaginal, G-spot, and clitoral. You can get ones that are like bullets that go into cock rings, like bullet vibrators that go into cock rings, so that, when you put that on, then you've got a vibrating cock inside of you, penis, I'll say penis, going on inside of you, which is like kind of like having your own vibrator, but like real penis vibrator. So yummy, right? Like, what a gift. That's like scrumptious to me. That's like kind of like, if you're going to give me something yummy like cake, that would be like the equivalent of like my favorite cake, which is Dobbelstort, and that would be a really sexy gift too. Dobbelstort or Sachertort. Those are sexy gifts too for anybody who's not allergic to nuts. That is sexy. So getting out, these great, beautiful, sexy vibrators. I'm really glad that Pure Romance has actually moved away a lot from the older vibrators that were battery based. And at the time they were really good too. And now that I'm like looking at and utilizing these ones that are USB charged, holy crap, there's a world of difference, and they are so freaking awesome and fantastic, worth every penny. And literally they're like on par money wise pretty much to some of the vibrators out there. So you can get like a really great one. You can actually look on the Pure Romance site. We'll have links probably up there. So if you're in the US, it's pureromance.com and then / and then you put my name in, Milica Jelenic. So MILICA JELENIC. If you're in Canada, it's pureromance.ca and then / Milica Jelenic. So you can find me there. You can actually link into my end of the sites there. They have deals going on all the time, and you can get like phenomenal vibrators, like 7-speed, 10-speed, fully immersible underwater, USB charging, amazing vibrators. What a great scrumptious gift that could be. If your partner has never tried, if you have a male partner in your life and you've never tried using cock rings, just for fun, grab a cock ring. Merry Christmas. Here's a cock ring. They fit in the stocking. It might be confusing to the kids if they're around when they pull out that cock ring, but hey, look at that. Daddy's got a new toy. So how fun would that be? And I am almost curious what my lover husband would do if he opened the stocking and there was a big cock ring in there with a vibrator bullet. My lover husband's pretty old school. He just likes the hands-on kind of techniques, and he's really good at his hand-on techniques. I mean, he's a carpenter by trade, so he likes working with his hands. But I'm so cool with the idea of bringing in the extras for fun. Bringing in something like a tickle whip, too. Just a really fun, pleasurable toy. I don't know if you've seen those. Those are also on the Pure Romance site. So tickle whips, on the one end, there's like little feathers. On the other end, there's like silicone kind of rubberized whips. They're really gentle. It's a really gentle segue into some 50 Shades play. So those are some fun ideas. Also, and they are all stocking stuffers. Cock rings can fit in a stocking stuffer. Some smaller whips can fit in a stocking stuffer. And again, remember, I'm going to have some stuff going on the Pleasure Zone site on Facebook tomorrow, and there are some really yummy whips I'm going to be putting up there if you are into things like whips and paddles, and they are phenomenal price. They're going to be around 35 Canadian, amazing prices. So just remember to catch me on the Pleasure Zone tomorrow so that I can hook you up, because I only have limited stock of all of those, and they're actually out of stock. They were a special edition with Pure Romance. So Pure Romance is out of stock. I've got some on hand if you want some of that fun. I have this beautiful whip that's got like chains on it and diamond sort of looking crystals. It's beautiful, and even though it's metal, it doesn't hurt to hit with it, and it's just stunning, beautiful toy to add to your toy collection. Adding other things too, like some, maybe some stimulant gels. Like one of my favorites from Pure Romance is O, which is a really great one for enhancing an orgasm. Kind of brings all the yummy juices to the surface to get you hot and heavy. There's another one called Like a Virgin, which is a tightening gel. So if you like to have that remembering feeling of when you were a virgin, although that's a whole other story. We're just going with the tightness of virginity, not the lack of experience of virginity. And I don't think that you can use this to become one of the 70 virgins either. It's just a temporary thing, kids. It's not going to bring back your hymen. So just for the tightening, is really fun. Like a Virgin is a really fun one to use. And other sexy toys can be ones that your partner can actually use to strengthen the vaginal muscles. You can use things like there are different weights, and you can get them through Pure Romance as well. But there are these beautiful eggs from, if you look up the Jade Egg, and I own one of these, Saida Desilets is an amazing woman, and one day maybe I'll have the pleasure of having her here on the Pleasure Zone. And she does beautiful work with women and women's bodies for inviting them into having pelvic floor health in a very sensuous way. So the Jade Egg is a beautiful addition and a beautiful gift. For under $100, you can get your partner a Jade Egg as well. And I think you just have to look up thejadeegg.com. So those are beautiful. And also books. Sometimes having a book there's a book out there called Dirty Dates, Erotic Fantasies for Couples. That is a fabulous, it's a fabulous book. It's actually, I think it's written by, I can't find the author, but it's, you can look it up, Dirty Dates, Erotic Fantasies for Couples. It has lots of ideas and stories to inspire you on your next date night out. So check that out. I think it's like around $20 US or less. So those are some fun things, especially if you're running out of ideas and you're trying to bring that romance back into your life. Guys, I have so many ideas, and I've got we're already halfway through the show. So we're going to head to break, and when we come back, more fabulous ideas that you can gift sexy, sexy gifts with pleasurable pricing after this break.
Many of us have created a lot of limitations around sex and what we are willing to choose. What else is possible beyond what we have already seen, heard, or thought of? What if now is the time for a totally different sexual revolution? Taking the taboo out of all aspects of sex, sexuality, and copulation by tuning in to the Pleasure Zone radio show with body whisperer Milica Jelenic. You'll receive tools, inspiration, and a foundation to allow yourself to receive more in your sex life and quite possibly other areas of your life as well. Listen for the Pleasure Zone with Milica every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Time on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
This is Inspired Choices Radio Show with Possibilities Coach Christine McIver. To participate in the program, call in the U.S. 814.
This is the Pleasure Zone with body whisperer Milica Jelenic. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. Call 815-880-8255. That's TALK. Or Canada 613-800-8736. Or you can Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email at milicajelenic.com. Now back to the program.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Pleasure Zone. I'm your host, Milica Jelenic. I hope you guys have caught the last little bit where I've been talking about some fun toys that you can add to your life, fun, sexy things you can add, not just toys, but also experiences and different ideas that I have that you can add to your life. And so, taking a sex class with me may not be the top thing of your list, and maybe you're just kind of shy about sex toys, but there's other things you can do that can also be sexy. I mentioned before break, sexy dates. You can actually start to live out your fantasies. How sexy would that be? And what a great gift. If you know what your partner's sexy fantasy is and you haven't actually played with that yet, what's stopping you, for one? And would it be fun to gift them their fantasy for Christmas? You can create a little box or write it in there on some beautiful paper. You could do a recording of your voice and whisper it to them and send them the recording on a message. You can let them know that you are ready to play their big ask and have that sexy date that they've been looking for. Play out that fantasy that they've been dreaming of their whole life. One of the greatest gifts you can actually give a person is to allow them to say what their big ask is with no point of view. And then, if you're willing to fulfill it. What gift could you be that would actually allow your partner to be willing? And what space can you be that would allow your partner to be willing to let you know what their big ask is so that you can gift it to them? So that would be super fun to me to, as a person who loves knowing what people's big asks are, I often ask people what that is, because the truth is, most of the time, the thing that people are holding back the most, and particularly people hold back their sexual fantasies the most. And if they're even just willing to say it, almost like true confessions, it's amazing how much energy they to hold on to those fantasies takes a lot of energy. And then to let them out and to speak them can actually be one of the greatest gifts you can give people. So I'm offering this up right now and right here for anybody who has a big ask and you haven't had the guts to say it. And if you just need to confess it and say it, you can write to me and let me know what it is. I promise you I will not tell anybody. You can call me and let me know what that is, but I'd like you to set up an appointment for that. That would be great. But I will give you 5 minutes of my time so that you can actually get your big ask out of the way so that you can have more space and more ease in your life so that you can actually move forward with, excitement and joy, knowing that you're not so freaking weird after all, and B, it's almost possible and quite highly possible that your big ask can come true. So, what is it for you? And, if you don't want to tell me, you don't have to, but sometimes just having that person to tell it to can be such a huge relief. So, if you need someone to tell it to, if you want to tell it to somebody, I'm here for you. So, I'm curious if you're willing to gift that to your partner, if you're willing to gift it to you, if you're willing to gift to you just letting it out to somebody, anybody. Quite honestly, though, it's if you'd really like to have the energy expand with your big ask, tell it to somebody who doesn't have a point of view about it. I really don't know what I have a point of view about sexually. I've been kind of wondering what I have a point of view about. I think violation is the only thing I have a point of view about. I think I have a point of view about that. But for the most part, I don't have a point of view. So, yes, please do pass it along. I'm curious and I would love to be a contribution to you. That's my Merry Christmas to you. So you can let me know if you would like to get that out of your system. So, and I actually had somebody in my first year doing this show, I had a gentleman write to me after I did a program called April Showers Bring May Flowers or something, and it was about the fetish of peeing and peeing on people and being peed on or peeing on yourself. And I did have somebody write to me and thank me for that. It was they said it was and their ability to write to me about it was really, they were really grateful for it. So it changed a lot for them and it gave them a lot of freedom. So if that's true for you too, and you just want to let it out, you know where to find me. So, what else can be a great gift? There's so many things that are pretty standard, right? There are a lot of standard things, pretty much like giving people envelopes with lots of naughty ideas of things you could do together is another fun one. Get a beautiful box, beautiful cards inside the box. You can hand make them. I'm a huge fan of handmade anything. Pretty much everything handmade is sexy to me. I know right now my daughter is like knitting me a scarf, and it's beautiful. It's wonderful. She actually took the day off school to knit me a scarf. How can you not love that? And she's been measuring it all day long, seeing how big it's getting, and and wondering if she has enough wool and all that. It's very cute. And there's such an innocence about and a joy about receiving handmade gifts. They really, to me, come from the heart, and I love that. I come from a family of amazing woodworkers and metalsmiths and people and my father was a furrier. And so I come from a family of people who have amazing talents with their hands. And I married somebody with amazing talents with his hands. And some of your amazing talents with your hands could be playing an instrument, that you make a song for a person, or you write them a poem, or you paint them a painting. Those to me are the can be the sexiest gifts. And what's sexy to me is the time that somebody chooses to put into that they see you as valuable, that they see their time as valuable to gift it to you, whether it's, by creating something for you or by spending the time with you. For me, that's what my language of love is, actually time spent with me. That's for me one of my greatest languages is love. It's not necessarily the gifts, it's not necessarily the nice words. It's acts of kindness and spending time together are really huge for me. So those for me would be the sexiest gifts you could give. And then there's stuff, right? Lots of people love stuff. You could give, you could give your partner beautiful undergarments. How fun would that be? Silky underwear for men and women. If you have a partner who's a masturbation king, you could give your partner a beautiful set of stroking it up lotion. You can find different, actually, lubes and lotions also on the Pure Romance site. All of them are, there's heating up ones. I really like those. And they're flavored. We have one that's like flavored with like butter rum. And then there's other ones that are creamy that are flavored with more like cotton candy kind of flavors. They're really nice. They don't have a lot of those like flavored stuff have this like aftertaste to me that tastes like, I don't know, silicone or gasoline or something, or petroleum, and they don't have those aftertastes. Huge fan of the flavors and of the textures. So you can find those on Pure Romance. Just remember to put my name /Milica Jelenic after the .ca.com so you can link into the deals I've got going on there. So so there's lotions and potions you can gift. And as I mentioned earlier, if you are, I mentioned the tickle whip. That's kind of like a foray into the bondage scene. But with a lot of people watching 50 Shades of Grey movie or reading the books, if you haven't read the books, there's an interesting gift as long as the person's not highly offendable. You can give away a beautiful set of sexy books like 50 Shades of Grey. And add a little toy to that. If you're going to give somebody 50 Shades of Grey, I'd make a 50 Shades of Grey kit. I'd get the book and the movie, and I'd throw in a paddle and a whip and some handcuffs. A lot of the toy parts, the things like the whips and the handcuffs, you can get through the Pure Romance site. If you don't want to walk into a shop, you can order, for sure, you can order 50 Shades of Grey on Amazon and find it there. Blindfolds, absolutely. Beautiful silk scarves, beautiful ties. And you can get beautiful silk ties that are just something that you can get even just from the fabric store, or you can go to a specialty shop if you like. But you can get these things for literally a few dollars. So you can have beautiful silky ties. I actually have a beautiful black silky tie that I love, and I got it for like $3 from an accessory shop in Canada called Claire's, which it was supposed to be for like hair or something. But I can always find multiple uses for all things, and if it, or as a belt maybe, I don't know, but I prefer using it to wrap up my husband's hands, and that's what I like to do. And he's kind of like, really? And I'm like, yeah, but it's a silk tie and it's lovely. So you can use different things for fun, right? So silk ties, and what else can I tell you? Like, I have so many ideas that it's ridiculous. So I don't know if you guys know this, but there are naughty coloring books out there. There's one called #NSFW, and it's a totally naughty coloring book. For those of you who are into the new meditating with coloring books theme, which a lot of people are coloring mandalas and things, you can get the naughty versions. Naughty nude coloring books. So that's a little fun, right? for anybody who is looking for something a little different. Especially, it would fit into a stocking for a stocking stuffer. And you can get some different pencil crayons with that would be appropriate for the coloring of the bodies or whatever inside the book. And that hashtag NSFW Totally Naughty Coloring Book is about $15 US. So it's really affordable. And then if you got like a nice set of markers or pencil crayons that go with that, how fun is that? Playful, fun, silly. Also, there's a toy out there called the P.2 silicone ring, and I'm not sure who sells it. I'm just going to take a look on who actually sells this. It's from the Good Clean Love shop, goodcleanlove.com. And the P2 silicone ring is actually for putting pressure on your guy's prostate or P-spot while he and it's a cock ring at the same time. So it's got this sort of pressure thing that will go onto his prostate. And I think I've got similar ones with Pure Romance. I would have to double check that because I know we had similar ones to that before, and I'm not sure if the stock has changed up on that. So I'm actually going to go check that out when we head to break, and I'll let you guys know when we come back after this commercial break.
Many of us have created a lot of limitations around sex and what we are willing to choose. What else is possible beyond what we have already seen, heard, or thought of? What if now is the time for a totally different sexual revolution, taking the taboo out of all aspects of sex, sexuality, and copulation by tuning in to the Pleasure Zone radio show with body whisperer Milica Jelenic. You'll receive tools, inspiration, and a foundation to allow yourself to receive more in your sex life and quite possibly other areas of your life as well. Listen for the Pleasure Zone with Milica every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Time on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head that when run assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator to schedule a private session or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
This is the Pleasure Zone with body whisperer Milica Jelenic. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. Call 815-880-8255. That's TALK. Or Canada 613-800-8736. Or you can Skype us at Inspired Choices Network. You can also make the choice to ask or comment by email at milicajelenic.com. Now back to the program.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pleasure Zone. I'm your host, Milica Jelenic, and tonight I'm talking about some sexy gifts with pleasurable prices. So just before we headed off to break, I was going off to check out to see if we, through Pure Romance, actually carried a cock ring that stimulates the prostate. We don't have them on hand right now, so I know we had something like that in the past, so maybe they're coming back soon. But cock rings in general are just a really fun addition to play. So, unless you're two lesbians, and in that case, I don't know what you do with the cock ring. So, the other fun thing, there's a really silly, fun activity book out there called penis pokey. I don't know if you guys remember books when you were a kid that were like, there was like a fluffy duck or like this fluff, and then as you turn the pages it would be like a duck, or then it would be like a kitten, but it was the same fluff at the back of the book. Well, this one is just like that, but it's penis pokey, and you get to stick your penis into the book. And it can turn into things like a banana. It can turn into, a hot dog or a sea serpent. You can have a maze around your penis that you have to get through. And it comes with a pen. The pen is included. I don't know if you noticed that pen is just like penis. That's right. And that one is also under $20, which is very cool. There are some other fun, I don't carry these with Pure Romance, but you can find these at different sex shops, I'm sure. Edible body paint pens. You can write love notes on your lover and then lick them off. You can write nice cock all over his penis and then lick it off. You could write nice boobies all over her boobs and then lick it off. So also you can add things like, one of the things I really think is fun, there's a whole new, and I don't know if you guys watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, but I get curious and I do research. There's this whole new thing about they're tying ropes and rope tying bondage, and some of the rope knots are absolutely stunning. They're like works of art, and you can start off, you can get some starter kits like Japanese silk rope bondage kits where you get 6 feet of soft rope, and you can get that for like $10 as well. So very fun stuff. Just like look up silk love rope and you'll be able to find that. Again, I don't carry that on my site, but it's pretty fun as well. And you can watch videos online of all kinds of neat knots that you can do for your lover and on your lover. Pretty fun, fantastically sexy things to play with. And all of this stuff is like under $100. Super fun, right? One of my other fun toys that, for men, there's a sleeve that we sell through Pure Romance that actually can simulate. You can do so many fun things with it. If you ever want, I'll do a demo for you. Just let me know. It's a fun sleeve, and if you hold one end of it and you pull the other end off the tip of the penis, it creates a suction effect and will actually give you like the sensation of kind of like a blowjob, but like with a super suction. Super fun, sexy toy. If you don't have one of those in your tickle trunk, I highly recommend every couple has a silicone, one of the sleeves, aka jerk-off sleeve, but with 2 holes at the end, because they are so fun and you can do so many things with them. So super fun things to add to your life. If you really want to give your lover something fun, why not give them another lover? I'm kidding, but not kidding. That could be one of those big ask things that you're actually starting to look at and work into. But how fun would that be? It could even just be a show with another one. So, you could take your partner out for a night of crazy strippers, if you like. That's a possibility too. That's kind of a sexy kind of a gift you can give. Not very expensive unless you're giving away the house with that, but you could go to a burlesque show. Absolutely. Thank you, Rhonda. For those of you who live near or around Vegas or love traveling to Vegas, chances are you're going to be able to get to some pretty cool burlesque shows, beautiful shows with all the dancers on stage with all the feathers going on. So, I have about 30 seconds left, guys. So sorry. I got so excited talking about all the crazy fun things you can gift your lover that are super affordable and super fun pricing. So remember, this show is on every Monday night live at 8 p.m. EST. It's rare that I do a pre-record, so for those of you who love coming and listening on live, I love having you. Please join me in the chat room in the future. I love listening, seeing your comments, and please call in as well. I love that, and send me letters. I'd love to hear about your stuff.
Thank you for choosing to listen to The Pleasure Zone. Milica Jelenic will return next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain, and 5 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, have the best week of your life by choosing to be turned on and tuned in to your body.